Hello, hello, hello again. This is the continuation of the run of my third elf, who is in fact doing ridiculously good right now. His bow skills are up to 15, his armor skills 11. I'm still training spellcasting because why the hell not? I brought short blades up to 10, at which point it kinda has diminishing returns, significantly so. I'm going to turn back on stabbing because whenever I Mephitic Cloud an enemy and hit it, there's a non-zero chance for stab damage, so let's buff that a little. Other than that, I'm happy with the way these skills are coming up. He hasn't, I didn't know that there was a ecumenical temple spawn that I had already found for the first several floors of this dungeon when I began playing. And the result is I began worshipping Okuwaru almost 4 floors late. Since then I've done a lot to catch up, which is great, but I could have definitely been getting some unique weapons and armors by now instead of just basic helmet, which is all I've gotten from him. That said, this is my first serious archer run in a long time, and I'm pleasantly surprised just how well Okuwaru supports the archer archetype, with plentiful ammo. Interesting. He dug right into the rock. Let's let them come towards me a little bit. Shout for their attention. And stab this guy repeatedly. Oh yes, I found a poison ring a ring of poison resistance in the previous part, and that has allowed me to now do these point-blank Mephitic ranges. Time to start taking things down quickly. Just an ammo gift. Nothing to see here. I've also kinda sorta, not seriously, but vaguely kind of made a thing that I should save my frost arrows now, because if I'm correct, snakes and hydras are weaker against frost, so having an excess of extra frost arrows is going to be useful, especially when I start getting into the deep areas of the swamp with loads and loads of hydras, and a lot of my arrows will fall in the water and be unfindable. Let's go with 14 plus flame. I turned on heroism so that I get, the massive buffs to my fighting ability. If I'm going to fight at melee range, I should do it from a position of power. But at this point, I'm just going to, I'm going to bite the bullet and use the frost arrows all against him. Yeah, it's definitely more effective to use frost arrows than generic. Let's re-quiver some basic +1 arrows. No need to go any higher than that against bats. But yeah, towards my mid-game here, anytime I would, begin thinking, okay, that's 10 arrows I've lost or so, Okuwaru would dump another 20 on my head. Highly enchanted. I'm going to draw the spiky frog upstairs with me so I can fight him one-on-one. And I may have to use Okuwaru's might, because I'm not doing nearly enough damage here. Yeah. Nope. Switching to the bow and arrow. It's pretty clear that my character is only really effective at archery at this point. Regenerate. All of them should be Mephiticable actually, so that should be a very effective cloud. And let's hunt the beetle. Yes! Oh god, yes, my waiting was not in vain. A quick blade, as I showed in the very first part, is kind of the ideal weapon for a dexterity-based, non-strength based dagger using stab artist. It if most attacks have, say, a base rate of 100% for how often you can attack, this thing only takes 70% of that time, so you can get in more hits every time. It also has a very good damage to accuracy ratio for having high dex, and I've been saving all my scrolls of enchant for a while so that I could enchant my blade when eventually I got a good one. This is a good one. I would do the same for my bow and arrow, but I only get to pick one, and I really don't want to die right after I've gotten this. So let's just withdraw to a safe distance and kill these guys. Notice that in like, what, 15 turns, my health has already come back from crit because, again, I'm wearing troll leather armor, and that helps a lot. Let's wield the Elven Quick Blade, put Mephitic up, and oh my god, it's already a +9 accuracy. Only +1 for damage though, so definitely gonna want to boost the damage a little bit. Man, these guys are tanking for each other. It's very irritating. Got them both down to shell mode. When they go into shell mode like this, they regenerate a lot and have a very high AC. But since I'm not using magic, I don't have a mana limitation, so mwahaha. Alrighty. Off to my scrolls of enchant, wherever they may be. I'm not interested in enchanting the to hit, which would be enchant type 1. I am only interested in enchanting the damage, or enchant type 2. So wield the quick blade, read the scroll of enchant, and I now deal +1 damage from it. I'm gonna go ahead and look to see what else I can drop here. I no longer need my Elven Dagger. Thank you very much. You have served your purpose admirably. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a Vorpal Scroll and Vorpalize this blade immediately. I don't know what Vorpalization does exactly, I just know it has to do with dealing even more damage. I don't know if... Yes, you're allowed to Vorpalize it. It inflicts extra damage upon your enemies. Okay, so exactly what it sounds like. In fact, let's do the wiki thing and look up what the Vorpal brand does to you, for you. Vorpal branded weapons can be found randomly. You can also make your own. This may be a waste, however, as the scroll can be used to affix several other useful temporary bands like flaming or frost. This brand works best on high damage weapons since the damage is multiplicative. Vorpal weapons are inferior damage-wise to most other brands, but versatile because nothing can resist the damage. Looking for a lack of spellcasting, other access to other brand difficult is something better. Okie dokie, so perhaps I was a bit hasty in putting this on. Nevertheless, I'm happy with my decision because I now have a Vorpal blade which has +9 to hit. That's just beautiful. And is there any other scrolls of enchant in the dungeon? Apparently it was right under my nose. Let's go ahead and buy that too. And enchant this further. So now I have a 9/3 Blade of Stacked Dukening. Let's go back to the lair. Hopefully we clear this sucker out before we're done today. Oh wow, I never actually wielded it. There we go. Wow. The thing didn't even get a hit in. It's beautiful. Notice that I get to hit 4 times for each time it hit once. Observe. It just missed me, right? Hit. it doesn't attack. Hit, it doesn't attack. Miss, it doesn't attack. Hit, it doesn't attack. Kill, it actually never got a chance to attack. That's how much faster I'm able to attack than it. Of course, that was a slug. Against most enemies, they'll still get some hits in. Alright, I'm getting very cocky. I literally just walked into a swath of enemies blindly. Mostly because I knew I could mistake all of them, but I need to start reining it in a little bit. I have a vorpal blade. I have not been turned into the Son of God. My combat training is reminding me that you're not supposed to attack hydras at melee range. I'm gonna fear it to make it run away from me. Use that time to wield a bow and back up, and then start shooting it again. Because it's gonna chase. Well, I thought it was gonna chase. It didn't. Should've. Yeah, I wouldn't want to give that many opportunities to attack to a hydra. Anyway, next time I see it, I'm gonna go straight for my frost arrows instead of using +3 basic arrows. There we go. It sees me, I see it. Quiver. The quivering looks like it's a free action, which is really nice. Where's my dispersal? I'm going to use arrows of dispersal against this guy. That way I don't have to waste any more blink scrolls or whatever. It can come to me. Yeah, as tempting as it was to take that on with my newly found vorpal blade, I have to remember two things. Firstly, it's a hydra. Secondly, I'm primarily an archer. Go ahead and boost the damage on this even more. Ooh, spiny frogs on the other hand get no such mercy. Remember, this is a very fast enemy. I hit him, he hits me. I hit him, he doesn't hit back. Yeah, re-quivering is a free action. That does not mean that wielding and unwielding is a free action. So bear that in mind. And I could be wrong about quivering. That's what it looks like to me. Wow, that one's so much faster. I'm really loving this new weapon. Okay, let's not forget that I am wearing the Amulet of the Gourmand, so let's bring that satiation back up. Throw a mix of killing other creatures and eating my own food, because I have a lot of permafood to burn through. Well, I can either use my own +2 buckler or a -1 shield that was a god gift. Wow, I am so glad I'm not relying on him for my equipment, just using it to supplement. Except that I am relying on him for my weaponry, and I guess I have no right to complain, seeing as he just gave me a quick blade that I was able to turn into a warble blade, and it had +9 on it. This thing has a +9 to hit. I mean, I'm not sure that it can get much better than that. Alrighty, that looks like another floor is about to get finished with the clear. Okay, I officially declare this game to be the largest number of bees I've ever seen. I have yet to enter the hive, and this is going to be my what? My 4th queen bee that I kill? Assuming I kill it, as if there was really a chance that I wouldn't. What do I need to be putting up and putting down for skill training? Bows should remain as my top priority, that's true, and stabbing is a decent aside. I can turn off spellcasting, it's not near a level up anyway. And shields, I'm debating whether or not to focus shields. I'm going to go with not. We're going to put invocations back on though, because I recently have gotten access to finesse, and I would like that to be one of those spells that I can have a guaranteed success with. So let's train invocations another couple levels. Meanwhile, enjoy the Feast of the Slaughter, because there's nothing these guys can do. I'm probably going to get another god gift out of this. My piety is high enough. Especially assuming it lasts 39 turns. The thing is, they're mostly killing each other. I'm not even doing much of the damage at this point. They have low HP, high to hit, and in this tight space, when they're confused, they get multiple attacks in against each other. And they're poisonous, so, you know, even if they don't get the killing blow, it doesn't matter. Time to burn some corpses, baby. Alrighty, you know what we're gonna do? Same thing we did earlier. We're gonna go back to the stash and then dump all of this newly acquired stuff in the stash. What? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I don't even need to Mephitic these things anymore, unless I need to disable. My to hit is high enough that I can pretty much hit anything. Could probably catch an imp from the air. Dumping all of my food, eating the lemon, and yeah, this is a little bit excessive. Normally I would only have 1 level or 2 maybe of hive food to work with. But it's not like I've needed that food to do what I've been doing, so yeah. I'm going to use my Flame Breath. Gotta remember I have that ability. I actually can hit imps out of midair. It's not empty boasting either. What do you think? Should I go for it? I have 1 level of resist cold. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go and pick up my ring of protection from cold, because I remember I had one of those. And if the archway is still there, then I'm gonna attack inside the ice archway, because 2 levels of resist cold should help me out a lot. Alrighty, let's go. Protect from cold. Protect from cold trumps protect from... Oh, it's a ring that gives me the other level of protect from cold. So then I'll turn off fire resistance, or poison resistance for a little while, because cold beasts generally aren't poisonous. 2 levels of resist cold. Fine, we'll do this the old-fashioned way. Need to find a different staircase. I don't want to risk it disappearing while I travel there, so I'm going down the same staircase I went down last time. Get a couple honeycombs. It's already disappeared. Probably should not have gone back for the ring of cold protect, but whatever. Made the decision I did. Stab damage. You know, I'm just picturing what this must look like. You got this guy who's playing like Legolas with the level of archery this guy's displaying, right? And then finally somebody manages to get in close to him, they're like, ha! We got him now. And suddenly, before they can respond, because he's got, you know, 7, 8 levels of, I mean, he's using a quick blade, so he's going extra fast. And he has an insane to hit. These guys are doing their best to dodge, and he's just nailing them left, right, and center. And they've been hit 4 times before they can move again. It's almost like we prefer the arrows, thank you very much. BountyHunterSAx. How quaint. I vaguely recall saying I was worried how I would deal with BountyHunterSAx when they came. I no longer am concerned. Let's try with poison arrows against them. Oh crap, there are slimes in their midst. This makes things complicated. I'm gonna activate Okuwaru's steroids. Just trying to make sure that they stay poisoned as much as possible. And bringing out my quick blade. I don't want them to disenchant my quick blade at all. So I'm gonna hit them with my wand of lightning and such and try and defeat them that way. Need them in a place where the lightning bounces so they get hit twice. Even if it hits me a little bit, I don't really care. Alright, gotta suck it up and use the quick blade. Oh wait, I can turn on Okuwaru-ness first. Got him. Now, I believe there was a death yak with my name on him. But first, the non-mephiticables. Wait, requiver. I don't want to waste poison on a non-poisonable. There we go. Where's my poison arrows now? There we go. Let him approach once while I wield my dagger. Make sure Mephitic is on him for better accuracy, as if I need it. Yep, death yaks aren't so scary one-on-one anymore. Damn, the thing ran away. Must not have known I was there. Okie dokie, how will I deal with this? I don't like hydras. Can't poison a hydra either, so we'll go with +3 arrows. Get Okuwaru ability on first. Stupid frog is gonna be the death of me. Okay, there's no way around this. I'm gonna have to somehow break these two up. There we go. Requiver, use dispersal, and get rid of the hydra. And now that he's gone, quick blade, kill the frog. Now switch to bow again, disperse the hydra. Do I have dispersal? There we go. And requiver, +3 arrows. Damn thing. Just back myself into a corner, didn't I? Yeah, let's disperse them again. I could have handled that better. There we go. Give me a clear shot this time. Let's not beat around the bush. Arrows of Frost. There we go. Switching to Quick Blade. Notice that I got to hit him before he even had a chance to respond. The only reason I'm risking using the attack of a melee attack like that is, what the hell is a lindworm? I've never heard of a lindworm in any fantasy before, but I'm obviously freaked out by it, so I'm gonna try and finish the Hydra quickly and then get away. But just my luck, I just ran out of charges, so we're just gonna go ahead and settle for +5s. There we go, that got it. And now I'm gonna look up lindworm. Probably nothing to be scared of, but we've got to see that. A lesser dragon that breathes fire for 3d18. Avoid if you lack fire resist. I do lack fire resist, but is it resistant to poison? it does not resist poison, which means it's mephiticable. If it's mephiticable, then... Okay, that fight became a whole lot less scary pretty fast. Unfortunately, I probably should have waited till he was away from the Okuwaru plant, but whatever. Got him. Okay, that's multiple kills. Yeah, I'm never gonna get those arrows back. Use magic dart. Oh, another book. This one has Abjuration, which is a spell I would very much like to have access to. Summons, on the other hand, I would rather not, because Okuwaru punishes you if you let your allies die. So using Meat Shield is out of the question. And, oh, I don't believe how many of these I've found this game. Let's go ahead and just, yeah. Mephitic Cloud. I actually turned on Okuwaru's Might. It's a slight cost to piety, but it'll speed up the fight. I say it'll speed up the fight because, again, plus 15 to short blades, plus 21 to bows. Very useful. And actually, I don't know if I'm going to turn back on short blades, and invocations, I don't want to leave it on anymore, but I kind of have to, don't I? Yeah, I kind of have to. I actually need all of these on. First time I came upon one of these, I was actually worried about living through it. Ooh, a god gift waiting for me at the door. Wonder what it is. A bow of some kind. An elven bow of some kind. An elven longbow of velocity? Any arrow fired from it inflicts extra damage. Oh, it's like a Vorpal bow. Let's fire a few test shots. No, they're not going to tell me any more about it. Well, let's try it out in combat then, I guess. Switching to basic +3 arrows. And a death yak shows up, and another. If we can get a bit closer before I go mephitic on their ass. I should be careful. I'm actually acting very stupidly right now. And, you know, that's when you die, is when you stop paying attention. So let's back away. No need to fight them 3v1. Vorpal blade is definitely the way to go here. Yeah, I really want to figure out what enchantment level we're talking about with this bow. But there's no point doing that and dying in the process. Good, I wasn't sure whether or not that would eat my arrows. I guess it didn't. Good to have multiple ranged abilities that don't require me to switch. I'm using my magic dart and my poison breath because at melee range I don't want to switch to a bow to deal with the other targets. Yeah, forget that. I don't need basic arrows. I do need to eat the multitude of honeycombs I've come across. So oh, another book. Evaporate, condensation, seal, lethal infusion, fulsome distillation, sublimation of blood. None of these are particularly effective for my purposes either. Wow. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna back off and then pick them off one by one. These guys have very low HP and very high damage relative to that low HP, so it pays to have ranged attacks to hit them with. I'm using Magic Dart to great effect to kill them, as opposed to, you know, my arrows, which would kind of be an overkill at this point. Okay, that concludes all but the bottom floor of the lair. I'm going to call this done. I will see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.